The sight of a half-dressed lady can make a man's mind wander into certain directions that will result in arousal of hormones that can make him lustful. This is normal, but then, what you choose to do with your mind at this point would determine if or not you fall for lust. Videos on semen retention always advise you to channel your energy into productive rather than lustful ends. Here is what you need to master the art of channeling your energy to productive ends. It will only come to pass when your mind is being effectively controlled by you. You would agree with me that there is nothing that is ever done under the sun by any human that was not first conceived by the mind before having its physical representations carried out in the form of actions. In a similar fashion, if certain thoughts can get intercepted as soon as they come to the mind, different actions would be the result. By being conscious of the thoughts that come to your mind and intercepting them with the ones that are coherent with your values, you shall see that most of the times your actions would be the ones coming from soul consciousness and control. When your mind is focused on the right things, wrong thoughts shall have no room to germinate or grow. To keep the mind clean, avoid dirty thoughts. This only happens when one has learnt to take control over his mind. He learns not to respond reactively, but to have his response in harmony with his values, regardless of what the environment throws at him. The first step, which would be the most necessary to take towards this goal, is to have a purpose in life. Have something that drives you to wake up in the morning, something that makes you really passionate, whose achievement triggers a great sense of reward within you. This purpose is what shall give your life a meaning. You no longer just sleep, wake up, eat and waste your time, but you have something for which you wake up. The eagerness to engage in all manner of cheap pleasures that bring excitement only for a short time, followed by regrets, comes from a life that lives for nothing. By determining this goal you desire to achieve, you must back it up with having it committed to your mind. Have several times you set for yourself, where you only close your eyes and imagine yourself living in the manifestation of these goals. Have yourself do this from time to time. It teaches you how to concentrate your mind on a single task in a world full of distractions. It also creates a strong mental picture of this goal in your head. Now, with your mind committed to this task, examine yourself closely and you shall find out several habits yielding into a character that will stop you from this achievement. Your strong urge to achieve this goal shall impact you, and you will never want to do those things. Of course, lust shall be among them, as nothing good ever comes from it, but regrets. Now, when faced with triggers, focus your mind on this person you shall become, by focusing on your goals and never indulging in lust. The more you do this, the more you train your mind's ability to focus. It will not be easy from the start. No good habit is usually easy to cultivate, and thus, the beginning is when you shall be needing your willpower the most, but then, as time goes on, you shall get used to it. While you still struggle to get used to your mind developing a very strong will, you will need to stay away from contents that make you think in such a direction in high intensity. High-intensity emotions often are strong enough that they compel us to do what it entails. Lust is one of them in a person who has not learnt to control himself. Explicit contents are to be avoided, otherwise you would be setting yourself up for a condition where you eat your words.